Durai sir first narrated the script to me. I was like, you sure you want me in this film? I don't want to go in for a divorce. I'm someone who will, and do it when it's with the right person. And if it doesn't happen, I'm okay with that as well. And when I remember during Yene Arindal, we used to start shooting at 9 in the morning. So he used to wake up at 5 and go for guitar lessons. Just things that interested him. And he's such a wonderful husband and a father. I mean, I think any girl would want to have a husband like him. Again, Rana, I'll tell you, no doubt about that. He's a ladies' man. Whether I'm talking to him, whether I'm not, whether we have a hate going on. And what happened with Nayan again was, yes, there was a personal disturbance in between, which I don't even want to get into. I do some of them. I do some of my co-stars. Yes, we do enjoy, we do go out together. To be honest, I'm still very close to Simbu. He's still a very dear friend of mine. I call him crazy as well. And I think somewhere when crazy meets crazy, Kamal sir is someone I share a professional as well as a personal rapport with. And for a superstar to give me that kind of importance, it's amazing. But Chiranjeevi sir is amazing to work with. And he was so kind because he said, Trisha, just take my jacket. And he was freezing. Mahesh Babu is amazing. I love him. He's one of my favorites. She's amazing. She's a great balance of mummy, friend, manager, anchor, everything.
Hello everybody. Once again, red carpet is rolling, and this time I have with me a very special guest, none other than Trisha. Well, I've been chasing her for a very, very long time, and finally she agreed to come and do a red carpet. Welcome to the show, Trisha.
Thank you, Sreedhar.
She's been rocking, and she is the single biggest survivor in the history of Kollywood, I would say. She's been there for the last almost 10 years, and she's done major roles in all South Indian languages and also in Hindi. And here we have Trisha with us, and one of her most important films, Kodi, is about to release. Do you have a set goal, like the number of years that you're going to be here or something like that?
No, not at all. Every time I've had set goals, I've never stuck to them. It's always gone beyond expectations, and I mean in a good way. And I want cinema to be something that I die with. Honestly, and I don't mean it in a dramatic way, like I want to act and I'm going to die with my makeup on. I don't mean it that way at all. I just want cinema to be part of me because this is my anchor. I've realized that today, and I wouldn't have probably said this a few years back. Films are my stability because it's my work. And if
then why did you get into marriage and other things?
I think that's why I got out of it. No, but this is what I mean. When I mean I'm going to die with cinema being part of me, it's in my blood. Even if I do marry tomorrow, and even if whatever I'm, say, in a relationship with someone seriously, I still want cinema to be my primary. It's my anchor. So you will
continue acting in cinema till, like what Elizabeth Taylor says,
yes,
that till the end?
Absolutely, till the end, as long as people will have me, as long as people will watch me. If not acting, cinema will still be in my blood. There is something I will do. I'll branch out, I will do something because there's nothing else I know. Okay. There's nothing else.
And you want to continue doing it till the very end?
I want to. I mean, if all goes well, I'm not going to do it for the sake of doing it. And yes, of course, an actor's shelf life it does take a back seat, probably if you marry or probably if you're planning to have a baby.
No, but you have survived, you said, for 14 years.
Exactly.
In this industry, 14 years is equivalent to almost 20, 25 years.
Absolutely, that's true. But there's so much I could do. I could do different kinds of cinema. I could venture out globally. I could do so much.
Yeah,
I'm not looking at only doing mass films and, doing romantic films for the next few years. There's something I know I will do with where cinema is concerned.
What's your stress buster, in the sense that you must be under tremendous strain and stress every day of life?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, there are lows. Everybody goes through them. My stress buster, honestly, Sreedhar, I've realized again after many, many years, is just me time. It's just spending a lot of time with myself. reinventing, self-healing, and I spend a lot of time alone. I have a great family, wonderful friends. They are my stress busters. And all I need to do is pick up the phone and speak to one of them. They make me feel like everything is perfect all over again.
Trisha, you would not have been here, literally also, without Uma Krishnan.
Absolutely.
She's a fabulous woman.
Absolutely.
And,
you know her very well. So,
yeah. I mean, it's only because of her determination that what you are today. You wouldn't have survived even for 2-3 years.
No, I wouldn't have. Because for me, everything that happens behind the scenes is her. Everything. Even in terms of emotionally motivating me or encouraging me, and we have a proper mother-daughter relationship. Where
but more of two friends talking.
Absolutely, but we do have our bad days. We argue, we fight like any mother and daughter. But I've noticed one thing with us: when it comes to work and my professional front, we're on the same page always. It's so fortunate we believe in the same kind of films. We believe in the same kind of morals, in the same kind of principles when it comes to my work. That we work we're a team. And I just feel she does everything. I'm just there presenting it. That's all. She's amazing. She's a great balance of mummy, friend, manager, anchor, everything.
I think she plays a very important role, and I'm sure she would also like you to get married. I know this question you don't like.
No, it's
because
okay.
Recently
in my Twitter.
No,
it's bound to. No, see, I don't like in the sense people ask it very like, when are you getting married? Like, oh, is it the right thing to do? Why aren't you getting married? When you're in your 30s, you're supposed to get married. You've had 15 years. What more do you want? The way they ask it is what I dislike about the question. If you very normally ask me, when do you want to get married? I mean, I don't know, Sreedhar. I really don't know. It totally depends on who I'm with and who I meet. I want to feel, is this the person I can live with for the rest of my life? Because I don't believe in divorce. I don't want to go in for a divorce when I get married, and I'm someone who will. I know tons of married couples around me who are in it for all the wrong reasons.
And unhappy marriages.
And I know these people. Some of them are my friends. They're extremely unhappy. They're in it for the wrong reasons, for children, for families, for adults. I don't want to be in a marriage like that. I don't. And so, I mean, I'm just saying I'd rather wait and do it when it's with the right person. And if it doesn't happen, I'm okay with that as well. Yeah, I'm okay, because then I don't think it's unfortunate. I think it's just, it didn't happen, that's all.
But I hope really someday you settle down. But like you said, to the right guy, and a guy who understands you, that person.
True, who gets it. And more than when I want to fall in love. I want to meet someone. I can't be alone. Now there's a big difference. Marriage is secondary, but I definitely want to meet my companion. That I'm very particular about. Yeah, I want to meet someone who I can share life with, do life with. So that is definitely a priority.
What about Ajith? Ajith, and you rocked in so many movies.
He's my favorite. I've always said that and gotten into trouble for it as well.
He seems to be the favorite of all the heroines.
Yeah, because of how he is. He's a complete gentleman. I mean, I go on set, he's like, what would you like to cook? What would you like me to cook for you, today? So who wouldn't like him?
So you have tasted his famous biryanis?
Oh yes, his biryani. I've tasted all his Italian dishes, his pastas. Because I've done, again, I think, four films with him. You can't not have a rapport when you've worked with someone consistently over so many years. He's a complete gentleman, utter professional, and again, I have a lovely, we're both Taurians, so we kind of used to speak so much about food, and we actually don't discuss films. We discuss people, we discuss what's happening around the world, and he's someone I can gossip with, and in a very mild, harmless way, It's never really like, it's never vindictive or anything. He's just someone I love talking to, and I love the way he does life. He had the guts to, at one point, put his acting, say, let me just keep it on the side and let me try something else, when he went into racing, or when he wanted to try and fly a plane, or when when I remember during Yene Arindal, we used to start shooting at 9 in the morning, so he used to wake up at 5 and go for guitar lessons. Just things that interested him. And he's such a wonderful husband and a father. I mean, I think any girl would want to have a husband like him.
And your pairing in Enna Irundal was great with
It was
Gautam.
amazing. It was amazing. And to think, when I think back, that actually I was hesitant about doing the film. I was a bit apprehensive because she has a baby in the film, and you know, she's already married and she's remarrying, and sorry, not even already, remarrying and things like that. But again, you know,
it's a nice character if you really look at it.
It was very well etched out. I think I've got so many good energy for that character, for the character I played. So many comments. Even when today people watch the film, they text me, they post messages, and they tell me they love Himanika. All credit, I have to give it to Gautam, because it was his vision. I just enacted it. And of course, even Ratnam sir and Ajith told me, you know, Trisha, don't think so much. We want you in the film, do it. So it was really sweet when people...
Yeah, I mean, Gautam Menon has given you some very, very, very classy and meaty roles.
Absolutely.
VTV?
Absolutely. What can I say? That was, you know, Sreedhar, when I did VTV, just before that, I was going through a very low phase in my career. And I wouldn't say... Low means there was nothing happening for me that excited me. You know, it was a time when I'm like, what's next? I mean, should I just take a year off? And then Gautam came to me with VTV. And he was like, I said, it's a nice love story, Gautam, but you know, okay, it's nice, let's just do it. I didn't think it would reach, it was just when he narrated a very simple love story. And after seeing the film, I realized it was his screenplay that made the film work. And he's amazing. He's again a director who has always believed in me, who has believed I could pull off a certain character.
Yeah. But you also had, at that time, the gossip was that you were very close to Silambarasan.
To be honest, I'm still very close to Simbu. He's still a very dear friend of mine. And I don't know how many people remember, we did a film called Alay together. And our friendship has begun from then. So I've known Simbu for about 10 years now. And he's someone, we have a lot of mutual friends. He's crazy, as everybody knows, and I will say this to everyone, I call him crazy as well. And I think somewhere when crazy meets crazy, you know, we have a very good friendship. We don't, like, I don't remember the last time I've spoken to him on the phone. We don't necessarily chat every day or meet up that regularly, but he's someone I know who will be there for me if I need a friend, and he knows the same where I'm concerned.
What about, see, you have been linked with Rana. Would you like to say something about it?
Oh God, yeah, that's a never-ending story. It's just been going on and on.
It's been on and off?
See, again, Rana, I'll tell you, I've known him since I was, I think, 18, because we were neighbors. You know, when I lived in my old house in T Nagar, he was, Ramanaidu Garu had an opposite, and Rana pretty much grew up in Chennai as well. Again, it's a friendship that started then, and we have these phases of being great friends and then not talking at all. So I guess with Rana, it's a love-hate relationship I share with him.
Yeah, but even now when he sees you at any public meeting, he comes up to you.
He's a very gracious human being.
Very, very gracious.
Very, and that is one thing I will have to say. Whether I'm talking to him, whether I'm not, whether we have a hate going on, he's very well behaved, very well mannered. I like the way he respects people. Rana has a lot of respect for people.
He's a ladies' man, that's different.
That he is. No doubt about that. He's a ladies' man. But what I like is he's got a lot of good qualities. He respects people, he respects anybody, you know, and...
no, he came up to you at an award function I saw recently.
Yeah, it was the Provoke Award.
He came up to you, talked, and he just didn't mind. I mean, that's the way a gentleman should do.
He is a gentleman, he is, no doubt about that. And he's someone, again, you know, we've come a long way. He's someone, I'll tell you, when I met him also, it was when I did my first photo shoot for Vasham. That was when I met him for the first time. And he has no airs. Coming from a Ramanaidu background, he has no airs. He's very boho and hippie in his head. He's as normal gets. So he's again someone, we go a long way back, so it'll never be someone I can absolutely cut off from or, you know, have an issue with. So that's Rana.
Okay, and now let's come to that you had a lot of tiffs with a lot of females in the industry.
Oh wow, you know.
Right from those days when you had a tiff with Asin.
Oh my God, and I'm not joking, that is a complete rumor. I have never had a problem with any of the women actors, ever. It's really strange because even I have heard
because one time Asin, Trisha, Nayanthara were ruling, there were a lot of...
yes, there was. Asin, To be very honest, the first time I met her was during, I think, Varsham, the Filmfare Awards, when I won a Filmfare for Varsham. And I have to say this, she went out of her way. She was sitting a few meters away. She came up to me and she said, "You did such a good job, congratulations." That is when I met Asin for the first time. And we've never had a tiff. Maybe there's been media-created competition because she did so well.
Yeah, because she did so well. And
you know, and we've done very similar films, right? If I did a film with Vijay, it was her next. And the same with Vikram, or the same with Surya. It has never been a personal... To have a tiff with someone, you have to be on a very close contact with them. Asin and I have never had that. It's been very professional. We've never been best friends for me to have a tiff.
Okay.
You know, so I have a lot of respect for the body of work she's done and the way she's conducted her life.
What about Nayanthara, your competitor?
I don't know, initially it was like that because even she's been around for donkey's years, you know.
She's been here for more than a decade.
Yes, more than a decade. And what happened with Nayan again was, I don't know, I think a lot of our issues we had was media created. Yes, there was a personal disturbance in between, which I don't even want to get into. It happened, again, it was never because of work. It was because mutual friends, it was because of, say, mutual people who we knew. That's it. And it was something, it was not even a tiff, it was just, we probably didn't speak for a while and then we started speaking again. Again, you know, for me, when someone says tiff, I always look at tiffs with best friends, people you've spent years with, people you catch up with every day, and I don't have that kind of relationship with anybody. So there's always a lot of respect, and I know also Nayan is someone who is we may be competitive individually, but we always wish each other well.
So you wish each other when you meet at a...
Definitely, of course, even now, even this minute, and I know she wishes me well, and I wish her the same.
What about competition from younger lot of people like Kirti, Suresh, Samantha? So many people have come and you still survive.
3 years back, maybe 3 to 4 years back, I didn't take it very well. To be very honest, I have to be honest. It was not like, oh, okay, newcomer. I wouldn't say I felt threatened because I always had a good body of work. But I'm like, oh, are there people who can be number one? So I would not even call it pride. Maybe it was a certain arrogance. So I'm like, so many people suddenly, what's happening? You know, when it was, I just felt like I was ruling the roost. And then it was about sharing my space with people. But I just felt at that point, that is called progress and growing in the industry. It's not about taking a step down. It's about moving on to another phase of you know, your work. And today, I'm not saying this with arrogance, I don't consider them my competition. I just feel what they're doing is probably something I have already done. It's something that I have already seen 5 years back or maybe even 10 years back. So everybody gets a place, and I guess I don't look at them as competition. Today, I feel very secure in my place. I just feel there's this little bubble I'm in, and only I exist in that bubble.
Okay.
So I don't look at them as competition at all.
Tell us about Kodi, and I'm told you're doing a negative role. Is that true?
Yes, it's true. We thought we'll keep it under wraps until after the release. But I think when the people saw the teaser itself, they kind of, you know, with the way I spoke and everything, they knew it was a negative role.
But do you think you're doing a first time role? I mean, I haven't seen the film so far, waiting for it eagerly, because I've seen all your films. This is the first time you're doing. Is it a very meaty role, or would you explain to us what kind of negative role
it's very, very meaty. It is what, as everybody knows, Dhanush is playing a dual role in the film. And this is the character that brings a lot of changes with the brothers and everything. So it's extreme. It's a very meaty role. When I heard the narration itself, I was like, wow, you're giving me this, you know, in a mass film. It's a big thing, because to have such a poignant character in a mass commercial film. And at the same time, I was very apprehensive when Durai sir first narrated the script to me. I was like, you sure you want me in this film? Because can I pull it off with my face and my body structure? And then he said, take that up as a challenge, you know, that's my problem. And we did a lot of homework in terms of the look, in terms of body language. We worked very hard as a team. I keep saying we because I couldn't have pulled this off without my director and co-star.
Yeah, and to be cast opposite Dhanush, one of the finest actors in Indian cinema, and you're pitted against him. I'm just waiting to see the fireworks on the screen.
I know, and he's, you know, a lot of people ask me this question, and I know he's someone who can just steal the scene like this, but he's a very selfless actor. For him, he loved my character a lot in the film. He told me that. He's like, it's such an important character that more than me, I want to focus on you and make sure you're giving it your 100%.
So that way, both of you will crackle on screen?
I hope so. We will. That I'm sure of. Irrespective of whether one likes the film or not, that I'm sure they will like us in the film. And I had to portray this strength not in the way I look also, it's in the way she is. She's very outspoken, she's crass. Like a very strong woman in who's born and bred in a village, won't care what she says. They're not like the city-bred girl. They don't care. They're no nonsense. They say what they want to say. They're very crass. And could be very rude and nasty when it comes to a point or comes to a fight.
Yeah, but do you have a song and dance?
We do. It's not a very typical love story. We do have a love track in the film, Dhanush and I. And it's a love story. It's a proper love story, but it's a very real love story. It's a bit of a mature love story. We're not like the candy floss romance. It's not one of those things. So it's come out well.
But in this industry, it's very difficult to survive. Normally, the runtime of a major heroine would be about 4 or 5 years.
True.
But you have been always on top. Among the top 3 in South Indian cinema. And that's that's not easy. It's also hard work.
It's a lot of hard work, but then this job is hard work, period. It doesn't matter whether in the top or somewhere in the middle. It's a lot of hard work, as you've seen,
Yeah, but your looks have also changed drastically.
I'm glad. That is, yes. I'm really lucky.
From when I see you in Lesa and today in Kodi, you're very much, you have no weight problem, you don't have anything.
That, yes, yeah.
How do you manage to keep yourself looking young?
I think I'm metabolically blessed. I don't put on weight. But yes, I think it's a lot of reinvention every other year. There are times when I don't do anything for 6 months as a rule, just to kind of, and I don't mean rejuvenate, like I'm going to come back with this great script and things like that. I don't mean it that way. It's just about taking time off and taking care of yourself. In this industry, it needs a lot of emotional healing periodically, to kind of get over things and to kind of just start fresh. Every day needs to be a new day. So I kind of make sure I do that, and I do what any actor as a cliche has to do, take care of myself, take care of what I eat. I make sure especially in the last 3-4 years, I really make sure I sleep before a shoot, for 6 to 8 hours, and I eat right. I do try and bring in a workout every now and then. I think those things are important. It is my USP, so I have to do it.
Yeah, but with each growing year, you're looking much better.
I'm so glad. Even I think aging has worked for me. I never liked myself before. I always thought, oh God, it was very awkward.
Yeah. What about Kamal sir?
Kamal sir is amazing. He is also a very dear friend of mine. Kamal sir is someone I share a professional as well as a personal rapport with. And the personal rapport happened, of course, because how he works is he does a lot of homework. He starts work about 20 days before a film. So he makes sure we're like, on a very good rapport. He does that with everybody. And he is someone, apart from, he was my school. He gave me confidence in terms of dubbing. He gave me confidence to sing. This is the first time I ever sang was, with him. And he gave me confidence to just, again, he's another superstar who told me, you're so talented, Trisha, do something with your talent. You should just widen your horizons. Do this and do that.
Graduated from the Kamal school of acting.
Yes, because until then I always thought, okay, I'm just coming, I'm doing my job. I give it my 100%. He got me involved. He spoke to me about films. He told me he's starting a film club and he asked me to be part of it. And coming from such a big actor, I thought, okay, maybe you feel so good about the work you're doing. And personally, I have such a good relationship with him because I can call him for anything. Even if I have a personal problem or it's a film I'm confused about, I always go to him for advice.
Okay. What about one of your biggest hits, Gilly hero Vijay?
Vijay is amazing, and
You've done so many films with him.
Yes, I've done 4 films with him. And to be very honest, when we started Gilly, I didn't have much of a rapport with him because, as everybody knows, Vijay is he's a very quiet person. He's very reserved. He just comes on set, does his job. But through it, thanks to my team of Gilly, like, Dharani and everybody else, we became really good friends. And Vijay is someone that who's always very special to me because he was my co-star who I've given the biggest hits with.
Yes.
And he's a very kind, he's a very gracious person. I've never seen him lose his cool. He is so professional on set. He does his work, completes his task to the T. And he's someone who, you always look back and say that one person I'll always be very fond of. He's one of them.
Okay. And You're one of the richest girls in the industry.
Oh,
You make so much money.
Oh my God.
What do you do with your investments?
You're going to get me caught with the IT.
But there have been raids in your place.
They have, yeah, there has been one, yeah, and it was not pleasant. But you know, Sreedhar, I'm sensible, and again, that is all. It's all Uma, my mom. She's very sensible. We have a great way of planning investments, and I invest wisely, and. Also, I don't know, I come from a background where me and my mom, for us, money is, of course, money is important. It's very important to everybody, but it's still secondary. There are certain things I will not do just because they're offering me, a fancy package. I wouldn't. And I believe in, I think real estate is a good investment. Jewelry is a good investment. The usual, yeah, I mean, I do invest sensibly, if I do say so myself, I do. Because I always think of a rainy day, and you know, like you said, even if I do want to marry, I always believe as a woman I should be very secure in my life throughout.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what I'm always, that's my goal.
And you're fiercely independent yourself.
Fiercely, a little too independent, yeah.
That's good to hear that, and you haven't wasted your money or anything of that sort. And
I haven't ventured out into anything carelessly.
Will you get into film production by any chance?
I don't know, Sreedhar. It's too risky. Maybe something, I have been interested. I'm not going to deny it. I have been. But I want to start off with something very small. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to be very honest. Maybe I'm not a risk taker when it comes to business. So be it. It's worked for me until now. Yeah, I don't play around with my money. I don't play around with business.
That's a very good
yeah, I'm very happy. I'm content. And then I do have few interests even outside cinema. I do. Like I always wanted to start a food business because I love food. It's
You're
my
a foodie.
passion. Yeah, it's my passion. I am looking at starting something.
I mean, it's a nice idea to have a Trisha.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a little lounge place, you know, where you get good food.
No, all the actors have their own brand.
Exactly, their own brand. Maybe I was looking at starting something like that maybe mid-2017 if I get some time. I have a lot of ideas but not enough time.
So you will ultimately get into the food business.
I will do something related to the food business. It will be something which I
very
just
exciting
love.
to hear.
Yeah, I will definitely do it.
Yeah. I mean, very exciting to hear that itself, because food is something, you know.
You might as well do something. It's my calling. Food is everything. I live to eat. So I would like to do something.
Will it be Iyer food or will it be?
Oh, I love it. It could be anything. It'll probably be a fusion. Because I'll have all kinds of cuisine. It'll be a fusion. It'll be a fun place for people to come eat really good food and just chill out. And you know, Chennai doesn't have too many of these cafe lounge kind of places. You know, now they do have like an Amethyst and Anoki and the brew room. I like places like that. It's
nice, comfortable place.
Very nice, just to go grab coffee, chill with your friends. Very day places. I would like to do something like that.
Great idea. I hope all this comes true.
I hope so.
And you will be there to rock on for some more years.
Yes, most certainly. Hopefully, yes.
What about Sadaranga Vete 2?
Yes, we just started that, but I think that's a film that's a quickie. So once we start, we're continuously finishing it in 1-2 schedules.
I'm told you have some negative shades in that movie also.
No, it's not negative shades. Actually, the film is not negative at all. It's about two people just pitted against each other, and more like I wouldn't say like con artists. You know, one is trying to outbeat the other, so it's a little mind game there.
Okay,
but it's not negative. They're good people who are just like being.
And you're pitted against Arvind Swamy.
Yes, yeah. So I'm very excited about that because it's the first time, and I think we're in a film that's very apt for both of us.
Okay. And did you start shooting full length on?
We just did a photo shoot, and kind of like a look test to get the looks and what works. And we're going to start November 14th.
Tell us about Chiranjeevi.
I first worked with him. There's a sense of, I don't know, what do I say, a fangirl moment. It has to be there with every big star. It happened even with Kamal sir for me. But Chiranjeevi sir is amazing to work with. And I still remember we were shooting in, I think, was it Switzerland at that time? It was really, really cold. And he was wearing a jacket, and heroines being heroines.
Hey, you have to wear the sari.
A sari and barely wearing something. And he was so kind because he said, Trisha, just take my jacket. And he was freezing because we were shooting in the Alps and it was some minus 20 degrees. And I said, sir, I can't do that to you. You're freezing because you're barely wearing anything as well. You know, it's a very thin shirt. He's like, Trisha, you need it. Just hold it. The minute they say action, just give it to me for, you know, so I can wear it. And so humble, so sweet.
Mahesh Babu?
Mahesh Babu is amazing. I love him. He's one of my favorites, really. He's, and we had a great, what I liked about him was, he made me feel very nice because I felt respected me as an artist. I felt that from him, you know, and for a superstar to give me that kind of importance, it's amazing. That a lot of people may not do. And even otherwise, Mahesh is someone, I don't think too many people know this, I have known since I think when he was in Chennai, when I was in college. Because I think he grew up for most of his part in Chennai. So through mutual friends, we knew each other, and at that time, neither of us, it was barely high by, and we never knew we were going to be in the film industry. And such a professional actor. There were times when we've shot very grueling sequences, and after 8 I used to be like, I want to go, I'm tired, and he would just sit there till 10:30 p.m. starting from early morning, that, you know, I started feeling guilty working with him. Like, if he's doing this, I have no right to say anything. And I've never seen him even go to his vanity van. Never. He will be on set, whether it's my scene or a comedian scene or a combination, he would just sit in front of the monitor. So non-interfering, would let an actor just be.
Trisha, you got a great set of friends outside of the industry.
Yeah.
How do you, go along with them so much? I've seen you with them always.
Always, yeah, always.
And you have told me that they are your biggest anchor.
Absolutely. Because I think we're very similar. All my friends and I, touch wood, we're very similar with the way we think, with our lifestyles, with everything. And you know, some of them I've known for 30 years. It's like my life, you know, I've known for 30 years, we've grown up together. My school friends are the friends I did college with, and my college friends are the friends I still go out with and talk to. Which is why, you know, when today people, I find it very amusing when people say, why are you fighting with this one in the industry, that one? I don't have time for it at all. For me, my off time.
But you hardly have any industry friends at the moment.
I have friends. I have friends.
But you don't go out with them? Or?
I do, some of them. I do, some of my co-stars. Yes, we do enjoy, you know, we do go out together. But my friends are my anchor in the sense, they are the people I will always turn to if I need a friend. They are my best friends. They are my family. Industry friends, I love some of them. And yes, some of them we're very close. We will even sit and talk about things and stuff like that. But if you asking me about best friends, they are outside the industry. Yeah.
All the best. And let's hope Kodi rocks.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sreedhar. It was lovely talking to you. I'm glad we did this finally.
Thanks
Thank you so much.